Hi there, this is Angel Rivera, the Itinerant Librarian, and I'm coming at you once again with another Under 5 review, where I tell you about a book and help you decide if you want to read it or not in under 5 minutes, because your time is valuable. Today's selection is White Poverty, How Exposing Myths About Race and Class Can Reconstruct American Democracy by the Reverend Dr. William J. Barber, with Jonathan Wilson Hartgrove. This is the cover page of the book, right there. And let me start up front. This is a book that's going to stay with me for a while. This was not an easy read for me, in part due to the results of the 2024 presidential election. And I'll also say Reverend Barber has way more charity than I do when it comes to certain folks that voted a certain way, and I'll leave it at that. Excuse me. So I did my best to put that aside as I was reading the book. Having read it, I can't totally put the feeling aside, but I feel like I understand a few things better. And it affirms something that I believed for a while. If only we, as the collective we, could unite against the oligarchs and the robber barons, truly unite, we could change things. It's getting there that's the catch. Barber looks at the issue of poverty in the United States. He focuses on white poverty. The U.S. as a whole tends to ignore or refuse to see white poverty. Heck, white poor people often refuse to see themselves as poor, and the politicians of both parties take full advantage of that attitude to push their agendas. Barber, a black minister, writes on white poverty because in the end, poverty is poverty. And unlike politicians and racists, poverty does not care about the color of your skin nor any other demographic traits. In order to make his argument, Reverend Barber looks at 4 myths about poverty. Those are: 1, pale skin is a shared interest; 2, only black folks want change in America; 3, poverty is only a black issue; and 4, the myth that we can't overcome division. He then proceeds to discuss and dismantle each of those myths. These are myths that have been in the U.S. since the nation's birth, so it will take a lot of work to get people to see past them. The Reverend puts in the work to break the myths apart using history, some Christian scripture — after all, the man is a preacher — and many local stories and testimonies. The testimonies and local stories are a strength in the book. They're moving, they're powerful, and they get the point across in practical terms. Barber also has a lyrical and moving writing style that is down to earth. You can't help but keep reading. He draws you in with his warmth and kindness. I may not always agree with the man, but I kept on reading to see what he had to say and then learn some more. Sadly, this is one of those books that, as I often say, more people other than the choir need to be reading it. And this is certainly timely reading in the hard times and for the work ahead. It offers important lessons. We just need to be willing to do the work and find what we have in common. In the end, I recommend the book for all libraries. This is a book that, in my opinion, should be an option for the campus faculty reading group. And I would say that, yeah, maybe we should consider inviting the good Reverend to speak at a convocation. But that's my opinion, and nobody's asking me. In the end, this is an essential read. It was worth reading it, especially since it breaks my politics, activist, social issues moratorium. And this is definitely going to go on my list of top nonfiction at the end of the year. I'm giving it the full 5 out of 5 stars. I think you need to be reading this. Once more, thank you for watching. In the words of Walter Mercado, mucha paz, mucho amor. If you like the video, hit like. If you like the stuff you've seen, you want to see more, hit subscribe. But no pressure, and have a great day. Thank you.